Let me tell you something about money that no one else will. It is not the ultimate solution to all your problems. Money, in and of itself, isn't the answer to your deepest struggles, your insecurities, or your unmet desires. It is a tool, nothing more. If you think it's the magic key to your happiness, think again. The truth is far more complex, but understanding it is the first step toward breaking free from the illusion that money is the end-all be-all. We're going deep today, and I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. We're about to take a hard, honest look at your relationship with money. Let me ask you a question. How many of you believe that money will solve all your problems? Think about it for a second. Be honest with yourself. Do you believe that if you just had more money, everything would change? The house, the car, the vacations, all of it would fix everything, right? If only you could win the lottery or land that big deal or strike it rich. But here's the catch. If you think money will fix your life, you are falling into a dangerous trap. Money can certainly make life easier, but it will never fix the deep-rooted issues that hold you back. It's like putting a Band-Aid over a broken arm. Sure, it might hide the pain for a moment, but the real problem is still there. It's time to break free from this myth. Today, we're going to talk about the uncomfortable truths. I'm going to challenge everything you've ever been told about wealth, success, and money. The idea that money alone is the answer to all of life's challenges is a lie. The truth is far more complex, and it's not easy to hear. If you've ever thought that more money would make you happier or solve your problems, you're in for a wake-up call. We're not here to sell you fantasies. We're going to look at the reality of money, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Are you ready for the truth? Buckle up. It's time to face the hard realities about wealth. You might feel uncomfortable by the end of this speech, and that's okay. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. The myths surrounding money, wealth, and success are deep-rooted, and breaking them down isn't easy. I'm about to challenge your thinking, push you out of your comfort zone, and shake up the beliefs that have been holding you back. But this discomfort is necessary. It's the first step toward real transformation. If you want to truly succeed, to create wealth that lasts, you need to embrace the uncomfortable truth. Success isn't just about money, it's about mindset, discipline, and the willingness to face the difficult realities head-on. So, if you're ready to unlearn everything you've been taught, let's dive in. The next chapter of your financial journey begins now. Let's talk about the lies. You've been sold a story, haven't you? The idea that success and wealth come overnight, like winning the lottery or finding a magic shortcut. You see it on social media, in flashy ads, and in the promises of so-called gurus who make it look easy. But here's the cold, hard truth. It's all a lie. The get-rich-quick schemes, they don't work. You might make a little money for a moment, but it's fleeting. And when that bubble bursts, and it will, you'll be left with nothing but regret. Real wealth doesn't happen overnight. It's built on hard work, patience, and consistent effort. No one talks about that. Instead, they sell you the dream, but never the process. It's time to wake up and realize that the real journey to wealth requires time, effort, and sacrifice. You've seen it. Those ads that promise you'll double your money in a week or become a millionaire by next year with the right strategy. They tell you it's easy, just follow their program and you'll be rolling in cash. Well, let me tell you something. There's no such thing as a shortcut to real wealth. Sure, you might find yourself momentarily riding a wave, but that wave will crash fast. Real success is built on knowledge, discipline, and persistence. The people who truly succeed know that. They put in the hours, they fail, they learn, and then they get back up. That's the real process of building wealth. Get-rich-quick schemes prey on your impatience, your desire for instant results. But in reality, they do nothing but delay your success by keeping you focused on fast fixes rather than long-term strategy. If you want to win the game of wealth, it's not about shortcuts, it's about steady progress. Keep your eyes on the long-term prize and stop chasing after things that are too good to be true. If you're chasing easy money, you're setting yourself up for failure. You may not realize it now, but each time you take the shortcut, each time you pursue a quick fix, you're losing out on the most important thing you need, a solid foundation. A quick payday might seem attractive, but it comes with a hefty price. The skills you need to succeed long-term, discipline, patience, resilience, are never developed when you're focused on the next big thing. If you continue to chase fast money, you'll end up stuck, jumping from one fleeting opportunity to the next. And eventually, you'll look back and realize that you didn't build anything of substance. Real success takes time, effort, and the ability to endure. Without those, all you'll have is a hollow shell of wealth, something that looks good on the surface but is nothing but a house of cards underneath. It's time to stop running after shortcuts and start building something real. Success takes time. You want real wealth? You want a life of financial freedom? then let me tell you this. There are no shortcuts. There are no overnight solutions. Real success is built on consistency and hard work. The road is long, but it's worth it. And let me tell you something. The view from the top after years of hard work is unlike anything you can experience from any shortcut. When you achieve success the right way, when you earn it through sweat and tears, it's yours to keep. It's time to accept this truth. There are no shortcuts to greatness. The real work begins now. Let's address the biggest lie we've all been sold, that there's a shortcut to getting rich. The idea that wealth is just one breakthrough away, one lucky deal, one viral video, one get-rich-quick scheme, and your life changes forever. We've all seen it. The advertisements, the flashy promises, the stories of people who make it big in the blink of an eye. They make it sound so easy, and deep down many of us believe it. But here's the reality: those promises are just that, promises. Empty, unsubstantiated promises. What they don't tell you is the cost of believing in these myths. They want you to buy into the idea that money can be quick and easy. But real wealth, that takes time, effort, failure, and perseverance. Let's break this down. How many times have you heard someone say, "I'll be rich in a year if I just follow this strategy," or "I just need that one big break"? These myths are everywhere. People selling courses on how to build a six-figure business in 30 days, influencers showing off their fast lifestyle, even TV shows that glamorize rapid success. But I'm going to tell you the truth, that kind of success doesn't exist. Not in the way they sell it to you. It's all smoke and mirrors. The road to real wealth is not paved with shortcuts. It's paved with hard work, countless hours, and lessons learned the hard way. And I'm not just talking about financial lessons, I'm talking about emotional resilience, persistence, and learning to fail and get back up again. You cannot build lasting wealth without putting in the time. Fast wealth is a myth, and if you chase it, you'll find yourself empty-handed. Here's where we need to address the glaring contradiction: the overnight success. You know the stories, the ones where people make millions overnight, launch a product, or get discovered. It's an intoxicating thought, isn't it? That one moment, that one breakthrough, that changes everything. But let me tell you something that nobody tells you. Behind every overnight success story is an untold history of struggle. Behind the shiny surface of wealth, there's often years of work that you'll never see. For every entrepreneur who made it big, there were countless failures, rejected proposals, sleepless nights, and endless doubts. You don't see the behind-the-scenes grind, the failed attempts, or the sacrifices. What they don't tell you is that most successful people failed again and again before they finally found their breakthrough. Success isn't an overnight thing, it's a process, a journey of perseverance and resilience. The struggle is real, and it's what truly makes success worth having. And let's talk about the image we see online, the curated, polished lives that social media tells us we should aspire to. The influencers, the so-called self-made millionaires, the ones who claim to have it all figured out. They post pictures of their luxury cars, expensive dinners, and beachfront vacations. It's tempting, right? It's easy to get caught up in the illusion that if we just buy their program or follow their advice, we'll be on the same path. But I'm going to tell you the truth. What they aren't showing you is the struggle, the cost, and the reality of the journey. What these so-called Instagram gurus won't tell you is the mental toll it takes, the sacrifices they've made, and the relationships they've lost. Wealth doesn't come without a price. And many of these success stories are just facades, carefully curated highlights that leave out the real, unglamorous work that actually goes into building wealth. The truth is, you don't get to skip the grind. There's no easy route to success. And if you think there is, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. So let me say this clearly. The real path to wealth is not fast money, but slow, steady effort. It's about putting in the time, making sacrifices, and learning from every setback along the way. Building wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Success comes when you develop the right skills, master your craft, and keep showing up, even when the results don't come immediately. It takes persistence, patience, and a refusal to give up when things get tough. Real wealth isn't about chasing the quick buck. It's about long-term growth, financial education, and building a foundation that lasts. If you're looking for instant results, you'll always be disappointed. But if you're willing to put in the work, stay focused on your goals, and push through the challenges, then and only then will you experience the true rewards of wealth. And the best part? Those rewards will be built on a foundation that you can trust and stand on for years to come. Let's face a harsh reality that too many people don't want to accept money isn't the answer to everything. We've all heard the saying, money can't buy happiness. But how often do we find ourselves thinking, if I just had more money, all my problems would disappear? It's a tempting thought. We're led to believe that money will solve our relationship issues, our health problems, or even our emotional struggles. We're sold the idea that a fat bank account equals a better life, a happier life. But let me tell you something, money is just a tool. nothing more. It's not the cure-all for the deeper issues we face as human beings. It doesn't fix what's broken inside of us. The real work, the work that will make you truly happy and fulfilled, comes from within. The truth is, no amount of money will fix your inner peace. You can be the richest person on earth, but if you haven't worked on your emotional health, if you haven't healed your inner wounds, or if you've neglected your mental well-being, money will only magnify your problems. It will never be a replacement for self-awareness, personal growth, or strong relationships. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that wealth equals happiness, but that's a lie. People with money often turn to drugs, alcohol, and other distractions because they realize too late that cash can't fill the empty spaces in their lives. You can have everything you want materialistically, but still feel miserable inside. No amount of money will solve that. If you believe it will, you'll spend your whole life chasing something that can never deliver the peace and joy you truly need. And here's the kicker, there are super rich individuals who are struggling with the same issues we all face. Money doesn't shield them from the fears, doubts, and emotional battles that are part of the human experience. Take a look at some of the wealthiest people in the world. They still have relationship problems, they still face health issues, and they still deal with their own insecurities. Just look at the stories of famous billionaires who battle depression or loneliness. Even when you have everything money can buy, you're still human. And as a human, you are subject to the same emotional challenges, doubts, and fears that we all go through. Money doesn't make you immune to those struggles. If anything, it can make them worse because you begin to think that money should solve everything, but it doesn't. That's why many ultra-wealthy individuals, despite having it all, find themselves grappling with feelings of emptiness. They have all the material possessions they could ever want, but they still long for something more, something that money just can't provide. Don't make the mistake of believing that wealth will somehow insulate you from the messiness of life. Now, let me be clear. Money is not inherently bad. It's a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or ill. It's a means to an end. But what's the end? The end is personal growth, fulfillment, and living with purpose. True wealth doesn't come from the balance in your bank account. It comes from the strength of your mindset, your growth as an individual, and your ability to find meaning in your life. The people who are genuinely fulfilled are the ones who have mastered their inner world. They understand that while money can make life easier, it's not the source of happiness or purpose. Wealthy people who are fulfilled are those who have learned how to align their money with their values, not the ones who just chase the dollar for the sake of the dollar. True wealth is about becoming the best version of yourself, finding fulfillment in your passions, and living a life of integrity and service. That's the kind of wealth that lasts, and that's the kind of wealth that brings real satisfaction. Money can give you comfort, security, and opportunities, but it will never give you meaning. It will never make you feel truly alive. If you want to be rich in the truest sense, focus on mastering your mindset, growing emotionally, and living a life that aligns with your deepest values. When you do this, the money will come, but even if it doesn't, you will have something far more valuable: peace, purpose, and the knowledge that you are living life on your own terms. Don't chase money for the sake of money. Chase growth. Chase fulfillment. When you do, you'll find that the wealth you've been searching for was inside of you all along. Comfort is the silent killer of your dreams. It lures you in, making everything feel safe, easy, and secure. We all love comfort, don't we? The warm, cozy feeling of knowing exactly what's going to happen next, the peace that comes from not taking risks. But let me tell you something, comfort is dangerous. It tricks you into thinking that everything is okay, that you're fine just as you are. But the truth is, the more you seek comfort, the more you set yourself up for mediocrity. Comfort breeds complacency, and complacency kills progress. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to break free from this illusion of security. The moment you choose comfort over growth, you begin to stagnate, and that's where dreams start to die. Think about it. How often do we avoid challenges, take the easy road, and choose stability over risk? We tell ourselves, I'll do it later, or I don't need to push myself right now. But that mindset is exactly what holds you back from reaching your potential. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it robs you of your future. The more you chase after comfort, the less you grow. The more you settle for what's easy, the further away you get from what's truly extraordinary. Personal growth, financial success, and fulfillment, they all lie outside your comfort zone. If you want to achieve anything significant, you have to be willing to step into discomfort, to face the challenges that make you nervous, to take the risks that scare you. Comfort is your enemy, and the longer you remain in its grip, the harder it becomes to break free. I want you to think of the countless people who chose comfort over growth. There are millions who've stayed in jobs they hate because they're afraid to take the leap into something new. There are those who stayed in relationships that drain them, simply because they feared the discomfort of change. There are individuals who never started that business, never pursued that passion, because they couldn't bear the thought of failing, of feeling uncomfortable. These are the people who never get the chance to live their potential. They stay stuck in the same place, and years later they wonder what happened to their dreams. But their dreams didn't vanish. They were buried under the weight of their comfort. They let the fear of discomfort stop them, and now they'll never know what could have been. But you are different. You don't have to follow that same path. You can choose to break free from comfort. To grow, you have to step into discomfort. It's the only way. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. Real progress is born from struggle. It's in those moments when you're pushed to your limit, when you feel like giving up, that you find out who you really are. Those are the moments that shape you into something better, stronger, and more capable. If you want to reach new heights, if you want to break through barriers, you have to be willing to face the fear, the doubt, the discomfort. It won't be easy, but let me tell you something, you won't regret it. The pain of growth is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. You are capable of so much more than you think, but you have to be willing to put yourself out there, to risk failure, to embrace discomfort, because that's where success lives. So ask yourself what's more important, living a life of ease and comfort only to wonder what might have been, or stepping into the unknown, facing your fears head on and discovering just how far you can go. The choice is yours. Step into discomfort and you will discover the greatness that lies within you. You will unlock a version of yourself that you never thought possible. Comfort won't give you that. Only the willingness to face the uncomfortable can lead you to your full potential. Money isn't magic. It's a game that too many people play without understanding the rules. If you want to win, you have to understand how the game works. You have to study it, learn its strategies, and recognize the patterns that drive success. Let me ask you this. How many people do you know who are frustrated with their financial situation, but have never taken the time to learn about money? They're playing the game blindfolded. And guess what? When you play blind, the odds are stacked against you. Without financial knowledge, you are at the mercy of the system. You're working hard, putting in the hours, but it's like running on a treadmill. You're not going anywhere. To change that, you have to become a player who understands the rules. Money isn't just something you earn, it's something you need to manage, grow, and multiply. If you don't learn how to play, you'll always be stuck. Think about it. The people who thrive in life aren't necessarily the ones working the hardest. They're the ones who know how to make money work for them. So stop playing the game blindly. Learn the rules, and you'll be on your way to mastering the game of money. The rules of the money game are simple. If you don't learn them, you lose. It's that straightforward. Yet so many people avoid it. They think they can just save a little, work hard, and everything will fall into place. That's a myth. The truth is, without understanding how money works, how to make it, grow it, and keep it, you're already playing from behind. Saving is important, but it's only one small part of the puzzle. There are countless other pieces, and if you're not educated on them, you'll never be able to put the puzzle together. Financial literacy is the key to success. It's not optional. You can't rely on hope, luck, or hard work alone. You need to educate yourself. How do you think the wealthiest people in the world got to where they are? Not through luck. They understood money. They made decisions based on knowledge, not guesswork. They understood that to get ahead, you have to play by the rules, and the only way to do that is to learn the game. So stop making excuses. Start learning, and you'll start winning. There are a lot of myths about money that people believe, and they are holding them back. One of the biggest myths is that wealth is only for the lucky ones. You've heard it before, right? People say, oh, they were just in the right place at the right time. Let me tell you something, luck doesn't build wealth, knowledge does. Another myth is that you need to have a high-paying job to get rich. But wealth isn't about income, it's about how you manage that income. It's about investing, saving, and understanding financial principles. These myths prevent people from taking control of their finances. They prevent them from learning the true rules of wealth creation. If you want financial independence, you can't fall for these myths. You have to understand that it's not about luck, it's about skill. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much of that money you keep and how well you make it work for you. The sooner you start breaking these myths, the sooner you can start making smarter decisions with your money. Here's the hard truth. The key to unlocking financial freedom is self-education. You can't rely on the education system, your employer, or anyone else to teach you how to build wealth. You have to take control. Start reading books on personal finance. Find mentors who have walked the path you want to walk. Seek out courses or workshops that teach the fundamentals of investing and wealth building. There's no excuse anymore. The information is out there, and it's available to anyone who's willing to put in the effort. You don't need to be a financial genius to start. Start small, but start now. The more you learn, the better decisions you'll make. And those better decisions will compound over time, leading you to financial success. Take ownership of your financial education, and you'll unlock the door to the life you want. Look at self-made millionaires like Warren Buffett. Did he inherit his wealth? No, he didn't come from money, but what he did have was a commitment to learning. He dedicated his life to understanding how money works, how to invest wisely, and how to grow wealth. And guess what? Anyone can do this. You don't have to be born into money to achieve financial freedom. What you do need is a mindset that's willing to learn, grow, and make smart decisions. Warren Buffett didn't get lucky, he got educated. If he can do it, so can you. Don't let your circumstances define you, let your knowledge do that. Now I want you to think for a moment. When was the last time you invested in your financial education? When was the last time you sat down with a book or a course that helped you understand money better? If the answer is I don't remember, then it's time to make a change. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the answers. The path to financial freedom starts with your own commitment to learning. Make that commitment today. Discipline is the silent force that drives financial success. It's the engine that keeps the train of ambition moving when everything else is falling apart. Without discipline, everything else you try, hard work, passion, even intelligence, won't get you far. Let me tell you something. Success is not for the undisciplined. It's not for the person who chases every new shiny object or who quits when things get tough. Discipline means showing up every day, doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early, staying up late, and pushing through when others give up. Discipline means choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. And here's the thing, this is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. Think about it. Everyone has dreams, everyone wants to achieve greatness, but not everyone is willing to commit to the discipline that's required. People are often looking for shortcuts, but there's no shortcut to true success. It's about building the habits that will carry you through the difficult times. It's about being consistent, being focused, and most importantly, being accountable to yourself. If you want financial freedom, you can't just wish for it. You have to work for it every single day. Discipline isn't a restriction, it's a foundation. It's what enables you to rise above distractions, to focus on the bigger picture, and to keep moving forward when everything else tells you to stop. Are you ready to make that commitment? Success doesn't come without sacrifice. If you want to achieve greatness, you must be willing to pay the price. Sacrifice is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You can't have it all, not all at once. If you want the rewards of financial freedom, you have to give up the comforts of today. You have to make sacrifices now so that your future self can thrive. It's about saying no to immediate gratification in exchange for long-term success. The time you spend binge-watching TV shows, going out with friends, or making impulse purchases could be time spent learning, building, or investing in your future. Think about it. What do you want more, instant pleasure or lasting success? There's a price for everything, and the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can take control of your life. Sacrifices might not feel good in the moment, but they are investments. Each hour you spend working instead of partying, each dollar you save instead of spending, each hard choice you make to stay disciplined now, these are the decisions that will pay off down the road. You are paying the price for your dreams today. The question is, are you willing to make those sacrifices? The road to success is not a straight line. It's long, it's hard, and it's filled with bumps, detours, and challenges. The reality is that financial success doesn't come overnight. It's not a quick fix or an easy ride. You can't just snap your fingers and expect the universe to deliver. The key is staying focused on your long-term goals, even when the road ahead seems uncertain or difficult. Instant gratification won't get you there. It might feel good to spend your money as soon as you get it, to indulge in what's easy and comfortable, but that will only keep you stuck in the same place. If you want real lasting wealth, you have to embrace the long road. Success is about patience and persistence. It's about doing the hard things even when you don't see immediate results. You've got to keep your eyes on the prize, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Most people give up just before they're about to break through. They quit because they don't see instant results. But true success takes time. It takes months, even years of hard work and sacrifice, but the results are worth it. The long road might seem difficult, but it's the only one that leads to lasting success. Are you ready to walk it? Think about the entrepreneurs who built their businesses from the ground up. Look at someone like Elon Musk. He didn't wake up one day and suddenly have everything he has now. There were nights spent awake, working, building, and sacrificing everything he had. He didn't take shortcuts. There were moments of failure, financial struggle, and personal sacrifice, but he stuck with it. He embraced the grind, the struggle, and the discomfort. He chose long-term success over short-term satisfaction, and that's what it takes. There are countless stories of people who sacrificed everything to achieve their dreams. They worked late nights, put in the hours when others were sleeping, and didn't back down when things got tough. They gave up the luxury of leisure and focused all their energy on their vision. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. If you're not willing to put in the work, then don't expect to see the results. It's not enough to dream, you have to act and you have to sacrifice. The road may be tough, but on the other side is the success you've always wanted. So let me ask you this, are you willing to pay the price for your dreams? Are you ready to sacrifice the things that keep you comfortable today so that you can build the life you've always wanted? Success isn't free, it costs. It costs your time, your energy, your comfort. But if you're willing to make those sacrifices, if you're willing to do what others won't, you'll find yourself standing on the other side of success, looking back at everything you've accomplished. The question is, are you willing to make the investment today so that tomorrow's rewards are yours? Let me tell you something. The way you think directly impacts the way you live. It's not just about hard work or luck. It's about mindset. Your mindset is the foundation of everything, especially when it comes to wealth. You could work endless hours, but if your mind isn't in the right place, you will never achieve what you truly deserve. How many times have you caught yourself thinking things like, I'll never be good with money, or money doesn't grow on trees? These thoughts are holding you back. Your beliefs about money, about your worthiness, and about your potential are all deeply embedded in your subconscious. But let me ask you this, what would happen if you started believing that money was just a tool that you can master, control, and grow? What would happen if you replaced your limiting beliefs with empowering ones? If you told yourself, I'm worthy of wealth, I can build it, I can keep it, I will create a future for myself that's financially free. Your internal narrative will either limit or expand your financial reality. Right now, you have the power to rewire that narrative, and trust me, when you do, your reality will follow. Think about this, every successful person you know, whether it's an entrepreneur, an investor, or a celebrity, they didn't just get lucky, they changed their mindset first. They shifted their thinking, and that shift unlocked the path to their success. If you don't shift yours, you will stay stuck where you are, and that's the truth. Let me ask you, do you have a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset? Do you believe that there's never enough to go around? Or do you believe that the universe is full of opportunities waiting for you to seize? These two mindsets will determine how you approach money, and whether you see the path to wealth, or you just see endless obstacles. If you operate from a scarcity mindset, you're always going to be in survival mode. You'll think there's never enough time, never enough money, never enough resources. This belief will keep you locked in a cycle of struggle. You'll always be playing defense instead of offense. But if you shift to an abundance mindset, everything changes. You'll start to see opportunities where others see problems. You'll begin to attract the right people, the right situations, and the right resources. Abundance is about seeing that there is enough out there for everyone if you're willing to work for it. It's about creating your own luck. It's about knowing that your potential is unlimited and that wealth is there for you to claim. The moment you make that shift from scarcity to abundance, the doors of opportunity begin to open. You start to think differently, act differently, and yes, you start to make different decisions. And that's what sets the wealthy apart from the rest. They think and act with abundance in mind. So ask yourself, are you still playing small because you're stuck in a scarcity mindset? Or are you ready to unlock the endless opportunities that come with believing there's always enough? Now, here's where the real magic happens when you truly believe in your own potential. The power of belief is unmatched. If you don't believe that you are capable of creating wealth, you will never take the actions necessary to bring it into your life. If you don't believe that you are worthy of financial success, you will sabotage your own efforts without even realizing. Building a mindset that attracts wealth isn't about wishing for it to happen. It's about taking consistent, deliberate action every single day. It's about having the conviction to move forward even when things are uncertain. It's about believing in yourself even when the results don't show up immediately. Think of all the great entrepreneurs, investors, and athletes you admire. They didn't get to where they are because they were born with special gifts. They got there because they believed they could. They invested in their growth, they learned from their mistakes, and they kept going. They made their belief in themselves stronger than their fear of failure. So let me ask you, do you believe in your ability to succeed? If you don't, that's the first shift you need to make. Because once you believe, your actions will follow. Once you believe, you will start attracting the opportunities you need to build your wealth. Belief is the starting point of everything. Without it, nothing else matters. With it, anything is possible. Let me ask you one last question. Are you really ready for success and wealth? Because the truth is, a lot of people say they want success, but deep down, they aren't ready to embrace what it truly takes. They're not ready to put in the work, make the sacrifices, or overcome the challenges that come with it. So ask yourself, are you truly committed to your success? Are you willing to believe in yourself enough to face the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the hard work that will come with it? If your answer is yes, then get ready to make a shift. Get ready to take action. Get ready to step into your greatness. Because success doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you believe in yourself and then back up that belief with the actions and decisions that will bring you closer to your financial goals. Are you ready to take that first step? The choice is yours. Time is more valuable than money. Let that sink in for a moment. Every minute you spend, whether you're working, resting, or spending time with loved ones, once it's gone forever. It doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always earn more. You can't get back lost time. You can't rewind the clock, no matter how successful or wealthy you become. Think about that for a second. The richest people in the world can't buy more time. The most successful entrepreneurs can't hire someone to manufacture it. Time is a non-renewable resource. Once it's gone forever. Yet so many of us waste it. We waste it on distractions, mindless tasks, and chasing after money in ways that ultimately won't bring us true fulfillment or success. The question is, are you making the most of your time, or are you letting it slip away? You've heard the phrase, time is money. But let me tell you, time is far more precious than money. You can lose all your money, but you can't get back the time you've lost. If we truly understood the value of time, we'd treat it with the same respect we treat money. But here's the truth. Most people waste time chasing money in all the wrong ways. We fall into the trap of working for hours on end without purpose, hoping that our next paycheck will solve everything. Or worse, we chase quick fixes, fast money, get-rich-quick schemes, instant gratification. It feels good in the moment, but it doesn't lead to anything lasting. People spend their days stuck in the grind, believing that more work equals more money. But the reality is, you're not going to get ahead just by working harder. You can't create wealth just by working mindlessly. True success is not just about how much money you make, it's about how you use your time. If you're spending every waking moment chasing quick wins that don't align with your bigger goals, you're wasting the one resource that truly matters. Think about it. How many hours have you spent scrolling on your phone, binge-watching shows, or mindlessly scrolling through social media? How many days have you wasted working on things that won't take you closer to your real goals? If your goal is financial freedom, working hard for the sake of working won't get you there. It's about working smarter, investing time in what truly brings value, and aligning your efforts with your long-term vision. Stop chasing distractions. Stop wasting your time on things that don't align with your purpose. You'll never get ahead if you're just filling up your day with things that don't matter. Take a step back. Reassess. The way you spend your time is the single most important thing that will determine whether you succeed or fail. Don't let your time be taken for granted. Now it's time for you to take control of your time. Ask yourself, how do you spend your days? Are you investing your time into things that move you closer to your goals, or are you wasting it on things that ultimately don't matter? True success is achieved when you stop living reactively, when you stop letting life control you, and instead you start aligning your actions with what truly matters. Every moment you spend is a choice. Are you spending it in ways that build your future, or are you just passing time hoping that one day it will all work out? Time isn't something you can buy more of, so start prioritizing it. Spend your time on things that will help you grow, on things that align with your goals and vision for your life. Invest time in building your skills. Invest time in your health. Invest time in relationships that matter. When you spend your time wisely, that's when true wealth, real lasting success begins to accumulate. Look at the lives of the most successful people. They're not working around the clock for money. They've learned how to use their time wisely. They've invested in the right things, in themselves and their growth. They don't waste time on the wrong things. They know that time is their most valuable asset, and that's why they succeed. Let me ask you something now. If money was no object, how would you spend your time? Think about it. No bills, no deadlines, no financial worries, just pure freedom. What would you do with your days? What would you focus on? Would you spend your time chasing more money? Or would you do things that truly bring you happiness, fulfillment, and purpose? This is the question that can change everything. Because the truth is, the way you answer that question can tell you a lot about how you're living now. Are you living in a way that aligns with your true desires? Or are you stuck in the grind, chasing after something that in the end doesn't even matter? You have the power to choose how you spend your time. Start living today like time is your most valuable resource, because it is. Stop wasting it. Focus on what truly matters. Align your actions with your long-term goals, not just short-term distractions. So ask yourself again, if money was no object, how would you spend your time? And then make a plan to start living like that today. Time is ticking. How will you spend yours? The journey to financial success doesn't happen by accident. It's a result of intentional, focused action. So where do you begin? The first step, the most crucial one, is setting clear, specific goals. Ask yourself, what do you want? What does financial freedom look like for you? Don't just settle for vague ideas. Your goals need to be concrete, measurable, and aligned with your values. Without clear goals, you're wandering aimlessly, hoping things will fall into place. They won't. Once you have those goals in place, it's time to prioritize self-investment. Invest in yourself first, in your skills, knowledge, and mindset. This is the foundation of any financial success. Think about the people you admire. Do you think they got to where they are by relying on luck? No. They learned, they grew, and they invested in their own development. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, or working with a coach, self-investment is non-negotiable. You can't expect to grow financially if you're not growing personally. Finally, surround yourself with people who challenge you. Look at your circle. Are the people around you pushing you to level up, or are they holding you back? Success thrives in an environment of challenge and growth. Find like-minded individuals who will help you grow, not people who will keep you comfortable. If you're constantly the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Seek out individuals who make you uncomfortable, because that discomfort is where growth happens. Surround yourself with those who are on the same mission to achieve financial freedom, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you start moving in the right direction. The first step is always the hardest. Starting anything new, especially something as big as changing your financial future, feels overwhelming. The mental barriers are real. You'll find excuses. I'm not ready yet. I don't have the time. I don't know where to start. It's easy to stay stuck in your comfort zone, but that's not where growth happens. Let me tell you something, you will never feel completely ready. The key to overcoming this is action. The first step doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it probably won't be. But here's the secret. Once you take that first step, momentum kicks in. It's like a snowball, small at first, but with each move you make, it grows faster and bigger. What once felt impossible will start feeling easy. You'll build confidence. You'll get smarter. You'll start learning from mistakes, and those mistakes will push you forward. But it all begins with that first step. You don't have to see the whole path, just take the first step. It's a decision, and when you make that decision, the universe starts to respond. Opportunities begin to unfold. People start showing up. Your life will change, but only if you take that first step. You have to push through the discomfort of starting, because once you do, the momentum will be unstoppable. Here's the hard truth. There's never going to be a perfect time. Stop waiting for the stars to align. If you keep waiting for everything to be just right, you're going to keep putting it off. And the longer you put it off, the harder it becomes to take action. The most successful people are the ones who act now, not tomorrow. They commit to change without hesitation. They make the decision today and then stick with it. So I'm challenging you right now, take action today. Commit to your financial future today. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. It's easy to wait, it's comfortable. But comfort doesn't lead to growth. It doesn't lead to success. If you keep putting it off, you'll be stuck in the same place, day after day, year after year. The life you want starts now. The future you want is shaped by the decisions you make today. Your financial journey is not something that will happen someday. Someday is a fantasy. Today is your opportunity. Make a decision to take control of your financial future right now. This moment is your chance to change your life. Don't wait, don't make excuses, start today. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to take action. Make that decision now. Your future is not written in stone, it's not predetermined, it's in your hands. Everything you need to change your financial destiny is already within you right now. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you let the circumstances around you define who you are and what you can achieve? Or will you step up and claim control of your own life? Understand this, the power to change the course of your financial future isn't in someone else's hands, it's in yours. That means you're not waiting for a miracle. You're not waiting for the perfect opportunity. You have what it takes, but you need to make the decision. Right now, in this moment, you get to choose. Will you take control and shape your own future? Or will you let someone else decide for you? Too many people waste their lives waiting for things to get better, hoping for a lucky break. But the truth is, the future belongs to those who take ownership. You can wait for the world to change, or you can create your own change. The time to make that choice is now. The future starts today. You have everything you need to succeed right now, whether it's the knowledge you've gained, the resources at your disposal, or the desire you have to improve. Everything is already within your grasp. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your decision to act. Every single decision you make today will either take you closer to your goals or move you further away. Let me ask you this, how many more days are you willing to waste, waiting for things to magically fall into place? The life you want doesn't just appear because you wish for it. It appears because you decide to make it happen. Ownership is key. You must own your decisions, because it's your choices that shape your destiny. If you want to change your financial situation, you must first change the way you think, then take consistent action. You have the power to transform your life today. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to start. That's it. It's not about having more money, more time, or more resources. It's about making the choice to take that first step. Too many people talk about their dreams, but only a few are willing to do the work. If you've been waiting for the perfect moment, let me tell you something. It doesn't exist. The time is now. The only thing standing in your way is the hesitation to act. So stop waiting, stop hesitating. Your future is calling. Will you answer? This is your moment to take control. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for things to line up perfectly. The future you want is built by the decisions you make today, not tomorrow. Your dreams are waiting for you. Start moving toward them right now. The time is now. Go and make it happen.